Hi, I'm Ava Lynn. Welcome to Buddhism in Life, a peaceful space to learn, reflect, and live with mindfulness. What if the world we see, the pollution, the division, the constant unrest, isn't an accident? What if it's a symptom? In ancient Vietnamese philosophy, there is a poem, a description of a time long past when the earth was perfect. In ancient times, the globe was pristine, the soil was gold, the plants were pearls. Everyone lived a very long life, full of peace with no sorrow. It describes a golden age, a primal era, but the poem continues with a warning. Gradually, until the current situation, the human heart corrupted and the terrain itself became defiled. The prophecy states that our inner world shapes our outer world. As our hearts became corrupted, the earth became dirty. Today, we are living that prophecy, and the poem warns that this decline leads to one inevitable outcome: the great change. Are we on the verge of a great cataclysm, or is this ancient wisdom pointing us toward a different kind of transformation? Though this goes talent has a nurtures. The poem calls it Thuong Nguyen, the primal age. This concept isn't unique to Vietnam. The Greeks called it the Golden Age. Hinduism calls it Satya Yuga. It is the collective memory of humanity, a time of perfect harmony. But let's analyze this through a Buddhist lens. What does perfect mean? The poem says people were beautiful, virtuous, and intelligent. This doesn't just mean physically beautiful. In Buddhist thought, this describes a mind free from the three poisons: greed, hatred, and delusion. When greed is absent, there is contentment. You don't need gold because the earth is gold. The environment isn't a resource to be exploited, it is a relative to be respected. When hatred is absent, there is boundless compassion. People live long and peacefully because there is no conflict, no us versus them. When delusion is absent, there is wisdom. People understand the interconnectedness of all things. The Golden Age wasn't a magical time, it was a time of collective mental clarity. The outer world was pristine because the inner world was pure. This is the law of karma on a planetary scale. The world we inhabit is a direct reflection of our collective mind. Then, the poem says, the decline began. The human heart corrupted, the terrain became defiled. Notice the order. The heart changed first, the land changed second. This is the Ha Nguyen, or the age of decline. Let's look at the three poisons today. 1. Greed. Our modern economy is built on it. We call it growth, ambition, consumerism. We are constantly told we are not enough. This collective greed demands infinite resources from a finite planet. 2. Hatred. We see it in our politics, our social media feeds, our nationalism. We are more connected than ever, but more divided. This division justifies apathy and violence. 3. Delusion. The belief that we are separate from each other and separate from nature. The delusion that we can pollute a river over there and not have it poison us over here. The poem's defiled terrain is not just a metaphor. It is the climate crisis. It is the plastic in our oceans. It is the extinction of species. It is the direct physical manifestation, the karma of our collective greed, hatred, and delusion. We didn't just find ourselves in this crisis. We created it thought by thought, action by action. This brings us to the poem's final, terrifying warning. The time to restore the beginning must come. A great change is inevitable. The great change, a cataclysm, a reset. For many, this sounds like the end of the world. And in a way, they are right. It is the end of a world. The end of a world built on the three poisons. In Buddhism, nothing is permanent. This is impermanence. A system built on infinite growth and extraction cannot last. It is unnatural. It must collapse. The great change is not a punishment. It is the law of cause and effect balancing itself. When the suffering becomes unbearable, change is forced upon us. But here is the critical distinction. Great change does not have to mean great destruction. The cataclysm isn't just external. The real cataclysm is internal. It is the great awakening. The moment we are forced to see our delusions collapse, the suffering we feel, the climate anxiety, the economic fear, the loneliness, this is the great change beginning. It is the pain that precedes a transformation. The question is, how do we respond? The poem says the goal is to restore the beginning, but we cannot go back in time. The golden age is not a place to return to. It is a state of mind to cultivate. The restoration begins inside each of us. This is the essence of Buddhism in life. How do we restore the golden age? We counteract the three poisons. We counteract greed with generosity and mindful consumption. Find joy in simplicity, not accumulation. We counteract hatred with loving kindness and compassion. See the humanity in the other. We counteract delusion with wisdom and mindfulness. Practice seeing the interconnection. Every piece of plastic you refuse, every kind word you speak, you are healing the defiled terrain within yourself. The great change is here. It is happening in us and to us. We are the ones we've been waiting for. The ancient prophecy is not a death sentence. It is an invitation to wake up, to purify our own hearts. And in doing so, begin to restore the world. Buddhism in life. Learn the Buddha's way. Cultivate humanity.